Yeah, baby. Yeah, I will.
It's Madden NFL 23. Our spotlight is on Michael Pittman. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Colts and the Texans, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gott and Charles Davis on hand here. And CD, you look at the Texans in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 25 carries, 74 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be caught.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Touchdown, Houston. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. These two teams they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson will get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that will draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Colts at 8-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Going to the air on the opening drive. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for 1st and goal, trying to stop them. Hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they could smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, An open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And defensively, you're okay with that. In the first quarter, he's going to get some catches when they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, and able to bring him to the ground. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
All things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Wilson. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce from 19 yards away. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense for the Colts, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll set up a throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A throw over the middle taken in. He's got room at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Devin Duvernay, 23 yards for the touchdown. As these guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, it'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today. And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Looks for the out. The ball comes out. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept at jarring. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So he'll overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And some room to work. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown.
To take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they move the football.
Wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevented from making another catch to his big start.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Straight ahead, Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Hand off right side to Pierce. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Here's Berrios. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
We got lucky.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up.
They're beating me, but I'm playing.
It's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
I don't know.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop.
They had to do it because his hair is matted.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Wilson on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of having played the ball here. No panic in his eyes.
Oh, my boy.
Tracked him for the moment and left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked up. And in his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 4 down coming.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play
closely to the ground. And he'll find Pittman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 33. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. They go play action with Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
It hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking for Pearson, he's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And here comes Berrios. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we get think about a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 39.
And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, north of 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There aren't really any throwing lanes. But the best thing for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught.
Jesus Christ.
Texans. Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. An extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 28-24 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts going to take over now late in this 1st half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete to Pierce. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw again is Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Smart enough to avoid the taunting, but I guarantee you, he's told them, you don't stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Got him in. It's Brown.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'll set up to throw.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Alert! Alert!
They'll look to throw. That is caught by Mims. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to throw again.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
I don't think I got it, but we'll see.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough.
67-yarder.
Ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached halftime in a wild.
They just tried the same thing, so I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try it.
As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is
Nice.
Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA
Awesome.
Sports halftime.
Label looks good.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Right. Right.
All right,
right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone
Oh,
back
yeah,
for
that's tight.
quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, fucking tight ends, man.
Right around the 25, actually the 26
Yeah, you know.
officially, so a net gain of
Watch him. If he gets cold, let him in.
in the offense, ready to
He ain't
go
used to
once
that.
again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know. We'll
Throw your mic out there.
a lot of fans would like that.
3 touchdowns so far.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
The Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give to Taylor. And he's got some space here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jesus Christ.
And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Jerry Tillery.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, and when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they're likely to force a field goal attempt.
On third down, Wilson. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able
Just
to
went out in a
convert
minute.
third
I'll take
down,
you
and
with
that
you.
sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Taylor. And he'll work free from one tackle. Lots of as he's taken down. Calling again, the yard is getting a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
He did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, tried his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now back to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here? Or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And some room to maneuver. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Colts 49, Texans 24.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw.
He's got Jordan complete right side.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Pierce gets this one running right. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's another Texans first down.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
2nd and 5.
Oh.
And his throw is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Joey Slye on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
They certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
There's a throw with the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
What's up, old friend?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against.
Yes!
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the give, this is their fullback. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Come on. Hey.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay inbounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Alert! Roll! Check! No! Bronco switch!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of covers.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. He'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's taken in.
Come on, Isaiah.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Able to connect with Mims. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
check, check. No, no, Bronco switch. On the side.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans go nearly the length of the field and finish. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. It makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On the counter, it's Taylor. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Not too bad.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball game. It's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert, alert.
Back to throw here. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Quiddy Pay.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Indianapolis, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.